Who was the Count of Saint Germain? In the 1700s, he moved through the highest courts of Europe like a ghost in silk stockings. He advised kings, dazzled royalty with his music, and hinted quite seriously that he was over 500 years old. Voltaire called him the Wonder Man. The Count appeared in European high society around the 1740s with no visible means of support, yet he wore diamonds of remarkable quality and dressed in the finest silks. He had no past. His real name, parentage, and place of birth remain unknown to this day. Whenever anyone pressed him for the truth, he would deflect with a sly smile and an outlandish claim. Whether this was a calculated deception to hide his espionage work, a private joke, or a terrifying truth, we may never know. Some theories suggest he was the son of Prince Francis II Ragoczy of Transylvania, while others claim he was the illegitimate child of King John V of Portugal. On the other hand, an occult theory posits that he was actually Francis Bacon, that's still alive. But none of these claims have been proven, as they are based solely on his manner of speaking, his knowledge, and his own statements. Even his real name is unknown. The Count Saint Germain is just one of his many aliases. Despite his mysterious origins, the Count rose to extraordinary prominence. By 1748, he had become a close confidant of King Louis XV of France. He was entrusted with delicate diplomatic missions, using his deep knowledge of European politics to advise the crown. However, his influence was lost by the Duc de Choiseul, because the Count interference in Franco-Austrian relations. Even though he claimed it was an order from Louis XV, the Count was still told to leave France in 1760. But he didn't disappear. He simply shifted his theater of operations to another places. In 1762, he arrived in St. Petersburg, just in time for one of the most dramatic events of the century. Historical accounts assert that he played a significant role in the conspiracy to overthrow Tsar Peter III. This plot placed Catherine the Great on the Russian throne. But this was only wild speculation based on gossip and not recorded in official documents. Furthermore, the Count only stayed a few months in Russia before moving to Germany. Besides, politics isn't his only game. The Count was a man of astonishing versatility. He was a capable violinist, a composer, and spoke nearly every European language fluently. Yet it was his reputation as a chemist or alchemist that truly captured the elite. The Count was also deeply tied to the esoteric underworld. According to the memoirs of the adventurer Cagliostro, the Count was the secret founder of Freemasonry. However, don't believe him first. Cagliostro was a magician and a master con artist. Cagliostro claimed to be able to create gold and speak to angels, so whether you believe him or not is your choice. After all, modern Freemasonry was officially founded in 1717. Saint Germain was not yet famous at that time. So why did Cagliostro claim that the Count is a secret founder of Freemasonry? The answer is simple: legitimacy. By the 1770s, Saint Germain was already a legendary figure. Associating himself with Saint Germain gave Cagliostro instant credibility. If he had personally chosen Cagliostro as his heir, then Cagliostro's Egyptian Rite was not just another splinter group. It was a brilliant marketing strategy. Saint Germain's name was the ultimate endorsement. Returning to Saint Germain spent the rest of his life in Germany. He sold knowledge regarding agricultural techniques, textile dyes, and methods for saving state funds to various German princes. In Germany, he was also provided with a laboratory to conduct research on chemical fertilizers and food preservatives. The strange thing is, he claims to be over 80 years old, yet physically, he looks like someone in his 40s. In the end, the Count settled in Eckernförde with Prince Charles of Hesse-Kassel, a nobleman with a keen interest in mysticism, alchemy, and secret societies. Then Count Saint Germain passed away on February 27, 1784, at Eckernförde Castle due to illness. His death was not merely a rumor, but was officially recorded in the parish register of St. Nikolai Church in Eckernförde, where his remains were subsequently laid to rest. At the time of his death, he reportedly left behind few possessions, only some clothing, a small amount of money, and chemical recipes, even though he was gone. 5 years later, in 1789, he was reportedly seen in Paris during the French Revolution. Witnesses throughout the 19th century claim to have seen him, always looking about 40 years old. That's where the legend of his immortality was born. Some legends even suggested that he was Cartaphilus, or the Wandering Jew, cursed by Jesus to wander the earth until the second coming. Yet, beneath those theories, the Count's true identity still unrevealed. Perhaps that is the point. He reminds us that some stories remain compelling precisely because they are unsolved, and the Count's greatest success lies in remaining unknowable.